Men are compelled to chase feminine women, not because they make an intellectual decision that they want to chase a feminine woman, but because they are energetically attracted to feminine energy. The reason for that is that chasing a woman awakens and reinforces their own masculine energy. In other words, they feel more manly and they adore that feeling, and they can easily become addicted to it. This is also why they lose interest in women who make themselves too available, because they don't get the same high from getting them, from winning their attention and being chosen by that woman that they desire. So in this video, I'm going to give you 6 feminine ways to make a man chase you. But before we get to that, as a prerequisite to this video, I want you to understand 2 things first. Number 1, a woman chasing a man is a turn-off for real masculine men. In the same way chasing a woman awakens man's masculine energy, chasing a man awakens women's masculine energy and suppresses their feminine energy. When a man chases a woman, it comes from a place of power and manhood. That's what men are wired to do biologically. And men truly enjoy the chase, the adrenaline rush, the uncertainty around how you feel about them, the idea that they had to work very hard for you and earn your love. When a woman chases a man, it usually comes from a place of desperation and neediness, driven by worry and anxiety, which inevitably lowers her attractiveness to masculine men and to any man for that matter. And it only results in pushing masculine high-value men away while attracting feminine men with all the issues that come with that. Number 2, polarity is the name of the game. Modern dating view is wrong when it comes to men and how they operate. Men and women have equal rights and obligations in today's society, but when it comes to attraction, romance, and relationships, it's no longer about equality, but it's more about polarity and complementarity. Romantically, men and women are the opposite poles that attract each other. That means you cannot act like a man if you want to attract a man. And what you should do is to awaken your feminine energy and become well grounded in it. You need to master the polarity game and become a feminine woman with a man. Now that we got this very clear, let's talk about the 6 feminine ways to make a man chase you. Number 1, prioritize dating men that like you over the ones that you like, but they have not expressed interest in you. Modern dating tells us that men and women can equally pursue each other. So in theory, a woman can approach a man who has no interest in her and make him like her. In the same way, a man can approach a woman who hasn't noticed him at all and make her interested in him. In theory, maybe, but in real life, it's far more common that a woman will attract multiple men, then pick the one she likes from the pack, aka the winner, than it is to turn a man who has no interest in her and make him like her and eventually fall in love with her. So if you want men to chase you, you need to develop the mindset of only dating men who expressed interest in you. Number 2, never make the first move. A move is an interest signal, and a feminine woman does not send around interest signals to men who had not expressed interest in her. She rather responds to their interest signals, and she's able to do that because she has accepted that she won't choose a man before she knows he chose her. Instead, she will wait for men to approach her, and only then she will be able to choose the one she wants to be with. So, if you want a man to see you as worthy of being chased, simply avoid making first moves. And that includes approaching men at work or social gathering, sending the first text after being matched on a dating app, friending or following men or social media, or sending DMs to a colleague or getting his phone number and asking him out. Of course, you can approach men if you don't have any romantic intentions and they might turn out to be interested in you. But as a rule of thumb, do not make first moves because most of the time the man is either not interested or will be turned off by your first move. Number 3, have an abundance mindset. A feminine woman is secure in her ability to attract as many men as she needs at any stage of her life. She believes that there are enough men out there for her not to be panicking if things don't work out with one of them. And if you listen to men nowadays, you hit a wall at age 30 and you're no longer good for a relationship after that. But that's not true at all. I know of many examples of men who fell in love with women in their 40s and 50s and they married them. So a feminine woman does not need to retain any man who wants to leave her life and who has no interest in her. She's conscious that she won't be everyone's cup of tea, and she's perfectly okay with that. But she knows her time will come when she meets the right man. Having an abundance mindset is key to making men chase you. Number 4, be warm and welcoming. Not sending the first interest signal does not mean hiding your interest or playing games. A feminine woman will receive interest signals from men with warm and welcoming energy. A feminine woman adopts what is called high intention, low attachment, which basically means that she hopes for the best but plans for the worst. Practically, this means she shows and gives her best self to a man who approaches her because that man is potentially the right guy. Yet she builds little to no expectations and has very little attachment to the outcome of the relationship if she has not been given solid reasons to do so, even when she really likes the man and when he ticks most of her boxes. She truly believes that if things don't work out with him, there are many others who would line up to be in a relationship with her. This mindset allows the feminine woman to behave in a fun and playful way that communicates her low attachment because she has no expectations, and that shows how much confidence she has in herself and little worry about her romantic status. Number 5, be mysterious. I have talked about this extensively at this point, but here's another reminder that you should not walk around like an open book, ready to share every single thing about you, your life, your past experiences, and most importantly, your intentions. Reveal things about you gradually and after the man has proven himself to you that he deserves to know more about you. You can learn more about how to be mysterious by watching my other video that will be linked at the end of this video. Number 6, do rotational dating. To support her feminine energy of lightness, playfulness, and low attachment, a feminine woman will be seeing many men at once and in parallel. There is nothing wrong with that as long as it is done in the dating phase. A feminine woman does not commit to seeing one person unless she is given solid reasons to do so, aka strong interest signals, such as a man actively pursuing her and heavily invested in her. And even then, she knows that seeing other men will create a competitive dynamic among men without her telling, as her energy will speak for her. Thanks for watching.